Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joshua Campbell Torrance. I'm the executive director here at the Webb Stevens Museum, and we're excited to bring you into the dining room of the Webb House. And we're rethinking how we use the dining room as we get ready to open up the new Education and Visitor Center, and also how we think through the visitor experience here at the Webb Stevens Museum. Behind me is the courtyard for the museum, and that courtyard looms large in the history of this kitchen and of this living room. And to explain to us that connection is our fabulous curator, Rich Malley.
Okay, well, part of the revamping of the visitor experience in the Webb House is going to be an installation here in the dining room that's going to focus on the Webb family, but seen through the eye of the archaeologists who last summer were hard at work out here in the courtyard, excavating an 18th century garbage dump, if you will, although archaeologists tend to use the somewhat nicer term, midden. And basically, we're going to use the material culture evidence excavated during the dig to help flesh out the lives of the Webb family who lived here for the first roughly half century of the house's existence. Some of the things that we're going to be able to look at are how they set their table. How do we know that? Because of all the ceramic sherds that end up in the garbage dump. We can look at what their diet was like. Well, how do we know that? Well, we found an amazing treasure trove of organic material that was so well preserved that we can tell what their diet was like. You know, how much beef did they eat? Was pork in their diet? Certainly was. How about sheep? How about wild game and things like that? Fish. What kind of grains were they eating? All the remains of those foodstuffs ended up in the garbage dump as well. What else can we tell? Well, the Webb House had the nickname of Hospitality Hall during the ownership period of Joseph Webb III. And one of the stories was that there were frequent entertainments here with music and good food. And as part of the excavation, the archaeologists were finding evidence of small musical instruments that had gotten tossed out after, breaking or whatever. And so the material that comes out of digs like this, I think, is going to give us really a much better sense of the Webbs as a family living here in this house for roughly a half a century. So we're really excited and can't wait to have you come and experience this as well.
Well, thank you so much, Rich, for that great explanation of our plans for our use of the dining room in this upcoming year. The archaeology here, of course, is really fascinating, and we look forward to having some talks with the archaeological team about their discoveries and a whole host of new programs here at the Webb Stevens Museum. So please make sure to check back on our Facebook page, on our website, so you can learn about all of the upcoming events and the new exhibitions that we're planning. Until we see you in person here at the Webb Stevens Museum, please stay well and stay safe.